Center School graduation. 9 years, 1,620 days, 10,530 hours, 631,800 minutes of good times, bad times, and everything in between. More than 2/3 of my life has been spent in these red and white hallways, and although some days felt like decades, it's amazing to think that we're already at the end of our journey. It was a journey made up of countless memories and moments, bringing the life into our 9 years here. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. Those famous words of Abraham Lincoln really apply to the years I've spent here at Sharon. In the past, I've always been a little afraid of pretty much everything, especially new things. Whether it's trying new food or meeting a new friend, different is always scary. But what I've learned through the years, with lots of help from my friends and family, is that you can't let fear stand in the way of your life experiences. When you go back into your safe zone, you're losing out on life that may make your years just that much better. It's important to be smart about the choices you make, but I've learned that it's always better to be able to say that you tried it out and walked into something new with an open mind. Fear may be a speed bump in the road, but you should never let it be the stop sign at the end. Of course, I may be a little bit more fearful today if I hadn't had the experiences that I've had now. Growing up in such a small area made it very easy to get to know someone really well, and very difficult to forget them. At least for me, that was definitely a good thing. I remember when we took our class trip to nature's classroom, and every night someone would have to stay after dinner to help clean up. So about the 3rd or 4th day in, I was in the cafeteria cleaning up, and most of my classmates had already left. It wasn't until I was on my way out the door that I realized they had all left. It would not have been such a big issue if it weren't so dark outside, or if I had been smart enough to bring a flashlight. The outdoor building lights guided me for about 10 feet, and then I was truly on my own. Or so I thought. As I was inching my way towards the cabins, I quickly realized that I wasn't alone. A small light was coming towards me, and I soon realized that Mrs. Nielsen was on the other end of that light. She came to my rescue, literally bringing light to me when I was so far in the dark. Lighting the darkness is just one example of everything our teachers have done and will do for us. I'm so thankful for everything they do, bringing flashlights included. The teachers and staff here at Sharon have always been involved in my life, helping me to strengthen my weaknesses and pursue what I love. I'm not sure how we all would have gotten through these past 9 years without their support, but I'm definitely glad that we didn't have to find out. So thank you for putting up with us, for always helping us, and for getting us this far down the road. In the words of Will Rogers, even if you're on the right track, you will get run over if you just sit there. After hearing these words, I know that I owe a big thank you to all the people in my life who have helped me to keep moving and not get run over during the past 9 years. In addition to the teachers and staff here at Sharon, my family has been extremely supportive of me. Not only did they teach me to stay out of the way for moving vehicles coming, but they helped me find a path that I could follow safely. My friends have also been so very helpful to me, making sure that my day was bright and I didn't just sit down right there in the middle of the road. Thank you to everyone in my life who has helped me to find the right track and continue to move forward on it. Another thing that has helped me find a path and keep moving down it is singing. Those of you who know me know that a good portion of my time is spent while in song. Whether in the hallways, the music room, or the sports field, I sing constantly. However, for me, the very best place to sing here at school is on stage. I've spent countless hours here at our stage with our wonderful drama teachers, Mrs. Bear and Mrs. Pace, and I've loved every second of it. Even when half a prop rolls across the stage, or you forget to take your prop out altogether. Even when you forget your line or sing the wrong note, it always gets better. And if it doesn't, you have something to laugh about later on in life. That's how I felt about my experience here at Sharon. The bad days, they get better, or they become great stories. Now, it's very upsetting to think about leaving the place that all those stories came from. But it's also exciting to think about the new places and new stories that we have yet to tell. Before I say goodbye to the school for one final time, I would like to say one last thing to my classmates. No. That's all Rosa Parks had to say to make her mark on the world forever. Yet Shakespeare had to not only say, but create thousands of words to leave his mark. Still others, like the Beatles, didn't say, but sang their way into history. Then there's Helen Keller, who made equal billions of marks. As I stand before you, my fellow classmates, I ask, how will you make yours? My one hope for all of you is that you'll make your way into history using permanent marker, and that whatever it is you do, that mark will never be erased. We now have 4 years ahead, 720 days, 4,680 hours, 280,800 minutes of good times and bad times to come. This is where our new journey will begin, and I can't wait to see what memories will fit into this one. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2000.